Hello and welcome back to another character creation video. My name is Lumin and today we're having a look at Gedonia 2. I'm not entirely sure if that's the way to pronounce it, but that's what I'm going with. Dive into the vast and immersive world of Gedonia with friends like never before. Introducing a cooperative multiplayer feature that supports up to 4 players. Embark on a journey either solo or with that team. Whether you want to brave challenges alone or share experiences with friends, the choice is yours. Every quest, every challenge, every corner of the world is accessible and completable in both single and multiplayer modes. They are really pushing this multiplayer and cooperative gameplay. The game features an open, living world with advanced character building, consequential actions, a crafting system, handcrafted quests, and more. Also, character creation, which is why we are here. So if you'd like to do a deep dive, you can find some links below, and as always, there will be timestamps. Now, jumping in here, I'm going to start by showing off your initial skill selection. It's kind of a weird system. It's different, and I like that. I like that it's different. It's just a little insulting. You'll see in just a moment why I say that. But let me show it to you, and we're going to sort of cover it very briefly, but this is something you're going to want to check out for yourself, because again, there's just sort of a lot going on here, and it's very specific to how you want to play the game, right? Then we're gonna, after checking this skill system out, we'll jump on to the customization section. All right? All right, use those timestamps, as always. When you jump in for the first time, this is what you're presented with. You can choose between agility, strength, charisma, and intellect. And each of them tells you, currently you are clumsy with agility. Strength, you are frail. Charisma, repulsive, and intellect is mentally challenged. It's just amazing. I love it. It's like, whatever, man. They don't even care. They're not holding back. Agility gives you archery, banditry, and illusions. Strength is melee and shapeshifting. Charisma is leadership, husbandry, that's for animals, and music. Intellect will give you storm magic, earth magic, nature magic, and dark magic. And you can see a bunch of crafting stuff here as well. Then for specifics, as you select these, you have 8 points to spend at the start. You can level up, and you can see it sort of powers up when you max it out, and then it changes, obviously, what it says about you every time you level it. On the agility side, you get sidestep, roll dodge, double daggers, double jump, and fast roll dodge. On strength, we have leather armor, shield, heavy armor and 2-handed axes, immovable, heavy hammer, and no fall damage and higher jump, which is kind of cool. It's nice to see that on strength and not on agility. On charisma, we have command points. I'm not sure exactly what those buy you. Free mercenaries, and then another one. So 1 free mercenary, then 2 free mercenaries. This seems like an extra stat. I don't know. Then for intellect, blacksmithing, leatherworking, and weapon crafting, alchemy, enchanting, most amount of mana, and powerful magic spells. That's, yeah. So, if I was going to jump in, yeah, I probably would have gone for some agility, and I would have gone for some charisma, like that. There you go. That's probably what I would have done. But that brings us to the end of the skills. Quick look at what's available. Now, character customization. We're going to start with the females. I actually kind of like what they've done with the models here. It's relatively unique. I mean, I haven't seen models that look like this in a game before. And yeah, I mean, it kind of works. And they actually let you, firstly, you can select, male or female, but they actually let you choose a body type here, which I dig. You can have a normal one or a muscular one. Muscular one is, I will admit, it does look a little strange, and I think it's mostly the face that looks weird, but you can customize that and you can change it, because the face also looks a little funny like this. And that said, let's begin. Head style. So that already sort of looks a little better when you change it, right? A little better. It's basically your face that you customize in here. There's not a huge selection, but there are definitely enough. I'm not sure my character's looking all the way over there. Can you look at me, please? There we go. There are definitely enough for you to do something unique with it, right? This one seems to have something weird going on here with the texture work, but I'm sure that's something that they'll sort out. We will go with face 1 for the time being, and then let's look at the hairstyles. Oh yeah, okay, that looks kind of nice. If she could just keep her head still, please. I don't know what's so interesting behind her. She's like constantly trying to look behind. God. I mean, the hairstyles are kind of cool, I gotta say. A lot of long hairstyles and a lot of interesting and or intricate styles. I love that they have such a nice focus on the mohawky styles, because it definitely works for me. This one, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Oh, but that's kind of nice. Alright. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Now we're back at the start. I'm going to pick... Let's take one that doesn't cover our character's face. Doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. I actually really like that big one. Yeah, let's go with this one. This is kind of nice. Beard. You can't put that on the ladies, which is obviously a pity. Eyebrows. Not a massive selection here, but it's hard to tell. But they actually have some that are more textured, where they actually have like a bump there for the brow, and then they have some that are like flat against the head, you know? But there are decent brow styles here. There's definitely enough. I mean, it's like, you know, you don't need more than 5 different types of eyebrows, okay? Then hair color. They actually have all the names for the hair colors here, which is, to me, quite interesting. It always leads me to believe that there won't be that many when they start putting regular names on them. Because, yeah, good luck naming all the colors. And that is basically the case here. You go from brown to blonde to gray, and that's basically it. And I mean, that's fine. I don't know if the game has extras that you can get in the game while playing, but it's a decent number of hairstyles. The one thing that I always look for is just to see if they have a nice red. For some reason, you can't go back here. And they do have a nice red. The red looks good. It's kind of nice. We'll take that for now. And then skin color. I believe the skin color should probably have been at the top. But I was quite impressed by the skin tones that they have here. It's not a lot. And like, there's no real that's the closest thing to an in-between. But I think it's good. You know, you've got like a regular skin tone here. I'd call it quote-unquote regular, slightly tanned. Then you've got a really nice pale one. Then you've got a sort of darker one. And then you've got the darkest one. And that's good. That's more than you'd need, probably. Eye color, kind of hard to see. I always talk about, you know, whether or not the eye color actually shines through enough. In this case, not really. No. Not really. You can see that the lighter ones are lighter, like the white, and the darker ones are darker, but like that's about it. The eyes are just too small to actually see what's going on there, and that is the end. If you put a name in here and you click on next, then you select a background, but we are going to cover that at the end. And for now, we're on the male body type. As with the female, you can pick a big burly dude, lots of muscles, or the regular one. I actually think the big burly dude looks relatively good on the male side of things. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the female one either. It's kind of cool, but I feel it was done a little better on the male side. I'm going to take the beard off quickly, just to show you the faces. Honestly, good variety on the faces on male here. They basically cover everything there is to cover with them. I'm going to go with the basic one for now, the normal one over here. We're going to look at the hair quickly. There's an alright selection of hairs on male. You will see a bit of a crossover. There are some that you have and some that you don't on female. And that's cool. That's good. There's definitely, once again, more than enough, I would say, to get you started. And if you combine these with the beards, then, yeah, you can do some cool stuff. We're going to take this one for now. Beards. Not a huge selection, but I would say it's also good enough. That seems to be the theme of this video is, hey, they've added enough. It's okay. I like the shorter beard styles. I think they look good. Brows. More impressive looking than the female brows. I like what they've done with them. I would go for this one. I like bushy brows. Then the hair colors. When you change the hair color away from the darker ones, there's actually a lot more texture work on the hair that you can actually see, and I kind of like it. There is a bit of a discrepancy here, like the difference between the hair and the facial hair is kind of weird, but the rest of them look normal. It's just on the red hair that it looks weird. There you go. And then skin color. I also felt like the male character could go a little darker, but that might just have been because I had lighter hair on the female, so I don't know. I don't know. But it's nice. There's a good pale, and there are some good darker choices as well. And then our final option here is eye color. Much like on female, I will say again, you can barely really see the difference because the eyes are so small. The white one does stand out a little bit, and the others are all basically just dark. And that's it. That is male customization. Now we're going to click on next, and I will show you the backgrounds that you can choose. You can be a mysterious stranger. One day you materialize near a quaint village, bereft of memory or an inkling of how you arrived. Your origins are shrouded in secret, making the villagers both curious and wary. You start with lucky jewelry, and you have the mysterious stranger following you and sometimes helping you. That's cool. Mercenary. I like this kind of background selection, by the way. I just want to put that out there. I think it's nice. It's a nice little extra. Venturing from across the vast ocean, you arrive on foreign shores in pursuit of a fresh existence. Your eyes alight with the spark of boundless opportunities awaiting discovery. That's good. That's well written. Simple heavy armor and mercenary speech checks. Kind of nice, right? Yeah. Nobleman. One of the scion of a grand lineage. The tides of fate have swept away your family's opulent fortune, compelling you onto a road of uncertain destinies, yet brimming with the promise of redemption. You get noble cloth and gold bonuses, along with speech checks. Prisoner. Having orchestrated a daring escape from the suffocating clutches of a grim prison, you now breathe the air of freedom, and with a resolve to carve a path towards a brighter existence. Prisoner rags and bandit equipment and bandit speech checks. And then peasant. Formerly a humble farmer, you find yourself propelled onto new adventures and harvest. Failures rob you of your livelihood. The journey ahead is unknown. You get simple peasant clothes and some food, and then peasant speech checks. Each of those can be useful in a different situation. And then you click, and then you're done. And that does bring us to the end of this video. I'm kind of a fan of what they've done. It looks a little different from a lot of the other games out there. I like when people do unique stuff. You know, I will say there's a bit of polish that can be done, but overall they've got a decent selection. I like the way that they do the skill and stat choices at the start, and I'm a big fan of the backgrounds. I think it's a good system that they've got in place, and if they keep working on it, it'll be fantastic. So yeah, thumbs up. It's an interesting style as well. It would be cool if they added actually a slimmer body type. That would be nice to see. And yeah, that's about it. Hey guys, thanks for joining for Gedonia 2. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Give this video a like, share it, and do all that other good stuff. You can, as always, find my links below. My coffee page, my Twitch channel, and all the rest. And hey, happy creating those characters. Happy that.